500,000 miles? That's enough to drive to the moon and back and still have fuel left to grab lunch. Sounds impossible, right? But there are engines out there that don't just survive that kind of abuse, they thrive on it. These aren't garage queens or trailer toys. Either they're workhorses, road warriors, and daily drivers with battle scars to prove it. Here are 7 cars with engines over 500,000 miles. And wait until you see what the number 1 is. You'll be looking under your nose, and it might be in your neighbor's driveway as you're watching this. Number 7. Lexus One ZF EV8. If there's any engine that can put the "they don't make them like they used to" nonsense to rest, it's this one, the Lexus One UZFE. This 4.0-liter V8 aluminum block didn't put Lexus on the map, it set the bar for over-engineering cars. When Toyota introduced Lexus to the United States in 1989, their intention wasn't merely to knock Mercedes and BMW down a notch, it was to embarrass them. They reportedly spent over $1 billion developing the original LS400, and the centerpiece of that mission was the One UZFE. We're talking about a 32-valve, quad-cam masterpiece with beefy internals, 6-bolt main bearing caps, and a forged steel crankshaft. Even the connecting rods were overbuilt for an engine that would spend most of its life cruising at 2,000 RPM. The payoff? An engine so smooth you can put a quarter on it at high speed, and so durable it's a hair's breadth shy of reaching 500,000 miles without a rebuild. Toyota in 1997 added VVTi, variable valve timing with intelligence, a more efficient and more powerful engine without any cost to longevity. And unlike the vast majority of luxury V8s, the One UZFE does not even have a laundry list of gotcha maintenance items. Change the oil, change the timing belt at 90,000 miles, and it just keeps going. Yes, fuel economy is not its strength. You're not cruising down gas mileage to Prius territory here, but that's not why you buy a One UZ Lexus. You buy it because you want a luxury vehicle that rides as smoothly on day 300,000 as it does on day 1. That will take you across the country without complaint. And that won't take you for every dime you have when it needs to go back in the shop. And the icing on the cake is that you can purchase these vehicles at disgustingly affordable prices. If you look after a One UZFE, it's not just a vehicle that you're going to own for a couple of years. It's one you can pass on to your children, which is exactly why it finds itself on our list of engines lasting more than 500,000 miles. Number 6. Mercedes-Benz M112 V6. Where Toyota's engineering sweetheart to the world was the One UZFE, Stuttgart's quiet revolution was the Mercedes-Benz M112 V6. The M112 was introduced in 1997 and was a huge game-changer for Mercedes, the company's first mass-production V6 gas engine, and everything hung on its success. Mercedes had long been famous for decades for their beautifully revving inline sixes. But the firm required something shorter and lighter to utilize in a wider range of vehicles, including sedans, SUVs, and even sporty coupes. The M112 provided it, and then some. This engine came in 2.4-liter, 2.6-liter, 2.8-liter, 3.2-liter, and 3.7-liter displacements. But the 3.2-liter is the one most drivers are used to. You could find the M112 under the hood of a lot of different Mercedes models between the late 90s and mid-2000s. We're talking the C-Class, C240, C320, the E-Class, E240, E320. It even powered the Chrysler Crossfire, and the supercharged AMG SRT6 model, for that matter, was nothing more than an M112 on a caffeine bender. This is where it gets exciting. These cars will operate reliably past 300,000 miles with little maintenance. And while some European luxury motors are a terror once miles start piling up, the M112 avoids most of the horror stories. They're owners' favorites because they're the most unlikely of unions of Mercedes luxury and high-mileage longevity. Even after decades of high-speed highway service, an M112-powered E-Class still retains the vault door closing feeling and smooth, powerful acceleration. And the best part is, now that these vehicles are old enough to be overlooked on the lot, the M112 isn't just a durable engine, it's proof that Mercedes, at their finest, could build something you could drive for years and years without so much as taking a second thought about it. Number 5. Toyota 2. GR-V6. If you've ever wondered what happens when Toyota decides to build a V6 that can do it all, from family sedans to luxury crossovers and even sports cars, look no further than the 2GR-FE and its siblings in the 2GR family. Introduced in 2005, this 3.5-liter, 60-degree aluminum V6 quickly became one of the most versatile and reliable modern engines on the planet. The 2GR is part of Toyota's GR series motors that succeeded the aged MZ series V6s. You'll see the 2GR powering an incredible variety of vehicles. It appears in Toyota's family in the Camry, Avalon, Sienna, RAV4 V6. In the Lexus family, it's driving the ES350, RX350, GS350, and IS350. And lastly, there's the added bonus fact most fans adore, the 2GR, which also drives the Lotus Evora and track-focused Lotus Exige in supercharged form, demonstrating this is a V6 that can be charged with some serious performance duty. Owners consistently report these engines sailing past 250,000 miles without major issues, and examples with 400,000 plus miles aren't rare. They're chain-driven, so there's no timing belt to replace, and they're known for resisting oil consumption issues that plague some modern V6s. Maintenance is straightforward. Change the oil regularly, keep the cooling system healthy, and you'll be rewarded with decades of dependable service. This is one V6 that proves you can have everything. Number 4. Lexus 2 URG SEV8. In race engines, fast and forever do not often go together. High-performance engines are worked so hard against the limit that longevity takes a back seat. But the Lexus 2 URG SEV8 is one of those rare exceptions, a naturally aspirated bruiser that delivers scintillating performance with Toyota standard reliability. First produced in 2007 for the Lexus ISF, the 2 URG SE was designed to fight the BMW M3. Lexus wasn't satisfied with lap times. They wanted to create a performance engine that would endure normal driving, track days, and hundreds of thousands of miles without whining. If you desire a performance V8, you'll actually be content with one that sounds amazing, hauls heavy, and is strong enough to last 500,000 miles. The 2 URG SE stands alone. Number 3. BMW M57. Diesel. When most of us think BMW engine, bulletproof isn't necessarily the first word that springs to mind. Praised for silky smooth performance and precise engineering. Yes, the BMW M57 diesel engine is a different story altogether, however. Made from 1998 to 2013, the turbocharged inline-six 3.0-liter diesel earned a reputation over the years as one of the longest-producing engines ever produced by BMW. BMW's common rail direct fuel injection system provides precise metering of the fuel, and the single or twin turbochargers, depending on the trim, are not just performance-tuned, but also durability-tuned. This engine was employed across a gigantic majority of BMW models in Europe and in some other markets, like the 330d, 530d, 730d, X5 3.0d, and even the 335d Sport model. Regardless of chassis, the M57 delivers an irresistible combination of effortless torque, excellent fuel economy for its size, and the kind of long-haul stamina you'd expect from a commercial-grade diesel. 300,000 to 400,000 factory internals are common, some exceeding 500,000 miles. Routine maintenance, specifically regular oil changes, quality gas, and routine replacement of wear components like glow plugs, is the key to longevity. The M57 is a real workhorse. For any driver who desires BMW driving dynamics along with the kind of toughness that can accumulate 500,000 miles, this engine is the exception to the rule. Number 2. Toyota 2 UZ FEV8. In terms of brute ruggedness, few engines have garnered as much respect globally as Toyota's 2 UZ FE. Made between 1998 and 2011, this naturally aspirated V8 of 4.7 liters is a member of Toyota's UZ family, but is distinct from its all-aluminum luxury siblings, engineered from scratch to bear heavy loads in SUVs and trucks. The largest difference? A cast-iron block. The 2 UZ twins are paired with aluminum DOHC cylinder heads, a steel-forged crankshaft, and heavy-duty connecting rods. This is an engine that can take abuse that would kill lesser engines. You can locate the 2UZ-FE in some of Toyota and Lexus's toughest and most able-bodied vehicles. In Toyota, it was found in the Land Cruiser, Sequoia, Tundra, and 4Runner in V8 trims. From the owners to the mechanics, everyone sings the praises of the 2UZ for high mileage smoothness, low oil consumption, and absence of obnoxious design quirks. It's not the most thrifty engine on gas. A 5,000-pound SUV with a 4.7-liter V8 isn't ever going to be a penny pincher at the pump, but its level of reliability is worth the trade-off. It's the genesis of Toyota's reputation for building cars that work hard, play hard, and just plain refuse to die. Number 1. General Motors LS Series 5.8. If there is a single contemporary engine family that has achieved near-mythic status with enthusiasts, shop mechanics, and racers, it's the GMLS Series V8, first offered in 1997 with the LS1 in the Chevrolet Corvette. This all-aluminum pushrod V8 has become one of the most versatile and long-lived engine platforms in motor history. The secret to the LS engine's popularity is its simplicity. Unlike the majority of modern performance engines filled with high-tech valve train design, the LS follows an old-fashioned pushrod, overhead valve, design. It's not merely an engine family. It's a standard for what a current long-term power plant needs to be. Which one of these half-million-mile myths would you like to drive you coast to coast tomorrow? Or did I miss one that should be on this list? Comment and vote, I will read them all. And if you like lists of cars that just won't stop, hit subscribe and click notifications so you don't miss the next countdown. Until the next one.